Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Zahira binti Zainuddin with number matric 267998. Today I would like to discuss related to issue that arise in Islamic finance. The issue that I will share is regarding issue profit and loss sharing financing in Islamic banking based on Malaysian perspective. Before we go further study, let's redefine first what is Islamic banks. Islamic banks refer to financial intermediaries that provide principal based on Islamic law. Same goes to conventional banks. Islamic banks also involve activities such as investment, financing, trade, and others. In Islamic banking, prohibit activities that contain element of riba, gharar, and maisir. All the activities that involve Islamic banking or related to Islamic finance have their own contract that are according to fiqh muamalat, or we call it as Islamic commercial law. For example, we have contract of sales such as buy murabaha, buy salam, buy istisna, buy bitama ajil, and others. In Islamic banking, also have ijarah as a contract of leasing and can be one of contract of sale. Next is contract of security, which is kafalah and arahnu. And regards topics today, which is contract of profit and loss sharing, which is mudarabah contract and musyarakah contract. Since this study is related to Malaysia perspective, so now we go to Islamic banks in Malaysia. In Malaysia, Syariah Advisory Board responsible in ensuring every product and services that offered by Islamic banking operate based on Syariah rules. In Malaysia, Islamic banking established since 1983 along with Islamic Banking Act. During that time, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad was the first Islamic bank in Malaysia. Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad full-fledged in offering Islamic banking products and services. Early establishment of Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad facing with experimental stage because every activity is based on Sharia rules and it is very different with conventional banks. Today, as we can see, there are a lot of Islamic banks that established in Malaysia, either local bank or foreign bank. Among successful Islamic bank in Malaysia are 4 local bank. We have Affin Islamic Bank, Bank Islamic Berhad, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad, CIMB Islamic Berhad, and many more. For foreign bank, we have RRG Banking and Investment Corporation Berhad, HSBC Amanah Malaysia Berhad, Kuwait Finance, Standard Chartered, and OCBC Bank Berhad. So, we back to our topic, which is profit and loss sharing financing. And what is profit, loss, and sharing financing? Profit and loss sharing financing is one of product and services provided by Islamic bank. Profit and loss sharing is between bank and their customer sharing any risk and return of profit. In Islamic bank, profit and loss sharing financing involve 2 types of contract, which is mudarabah contract and musyarakah contract. So, what is meaning of mudarabah? Technically, mudarabah is a partnership contract between Rabumal as a capital provider and Mudarib as an entrepreneur. In mudarabah contract, Mudarib will manage the capital provided by the Rabumal for a purpose of investment. Any thereof profit will be shared between them at a mutual agreed profit sharing ratio. In case loss happen, Rabumal will bear all the financial loss and Mudarib not liable to bear financial loss unless loss is due to his misconduct, negligence, or breach of specified terms. Now, what is musyarakah? Musyarakah is another type of profit and loss sharing contract. Musyarakah refers to a partnership between 2 and more parties through contractual relationship, which is akad or by operation of Islamic law. In musyarakah, all partners will share the profit and bear loss from the partnership. Musyarakah have 2 types. First is Syirkah Al-Milk, which is partnership in joint ownership. This feature occurs when 2 or more people are joint owner of property, and in Syirkah Al-Milk, each and every partner is responsible for his share only, and he cannot act on behalf of other partner without permission. Second type of musyarakah is Syirkah Al-Aqad, which is contractual partnership. This type of musyarakah effected by a mutual contract. It is an agreement between two or more persons to combine their asset, labor or liabilities for the purpose of making a profit. Next, we go to the most important part in this study, which is about issues that arise in profit-loss sharing financing. This study will spill the issue of problem agency in mudharabah contract, Islamic banking exposed to risk, and adapting fiqh muamalat in modernization of profit and loss sharing contract. First issue is related to problems agency in mudharabah contract. The agency relationship exists when one party, which is the principal, engage with another party that is agent in running a business on their behalf. Agency problem arise when there is a conflict of interest between investor principal and the manager of the project. It is even become more worse when the mudarrib want to manipulate the returns of the projects. Agency problems are the main reason for equity financing becoming not as preferred financing method. Through this financing, as mudarrib often has more information about the proposed project and its profitability. Meanwhile, as a robomal not usually accessible for certain information. Throughout this issue, lead to misunderstanding and lopsided information between the contracting parties. Mudharabah can be classified as unproductive contract since Islamic banks fail to execute an effective screening process in selecting suitable manager and do not monitor the entrepreneur activities after the contract has been signed. Second issue is Islamic bank exposed to risk. Regarding Bank Negara Malaysia statement in 2016, in Malaysia, the total amount of financing with musyarakah and mudharabah contract is still very small. Compared to the overall financing practice by Islamic banks, it is represent only 6%. This is due to high risk will be facing by Islamic banks. Among researcher and expertise opinion, mudharabah and musyarakah are among riskier financing. As usual, bank prefer low risk products because the lower the risk, the better performance bank able to achieve. There are various types of risks that Islamic bank will face as robomal or musyarik. Among the risks are financial risk, business risk, rate of return risk, credit risk, counterparty risk, reputational risk, and capital risk. As a nature of mudharabah, Islamic banks do not have any right or access to monitor the decision and management made by the mudarrib, especially when it comes to any claim for losers. This matter will affect the liquidity of the bank directly, as the finance provided by Islamic banks are mainly from depositor deposit. True financial risk will lead to business risk as well. Business risk can be exposed when there is an insufficient fund to continue the operation of the project. The rate of return risk when there is uncertainty on the return of the bank because they only know the exact amount after the end of period. For musyarakah financing, capital may not be recovered as it rank lower than debt instrument upon liquidation. However, counterparty is identified when a partner to musyarakah contract does not pay the profit that financing institution is entitled to. Last issue is about adapting fiqh muamalat in modernization of profit and loss sharing contract. Some scholars may opinion modern Islamic finance are based on the commercial contract used in the pre-modern Islamic world or adapted by pre-modern Islamic jurisprudence. As industry grows, there are need for improvement, innovation, and modification for new financial instrument which is need to be developed. Some scholars do argue with adoption of mudharabah instrument for modern banking and finance because of mudharabah contract is very risky and dangerous because to implement the successful of system depends solely on the trustworthy conduct of agent. In fiqh context, mudharabah is applied in simple cases which is suitable for social structure that existed in the past which is in a small circle. In a modern society, trustworthiness is more difficult to identify and crucial in dealing with large-scale companies. Another researcher have pointed out application of this concept may not necessarily be suitable for modern economic realities. It could lead to one party taking advantage of the others as well as creating difficulties in management and regulation. Further study added by Malaysian Sharia scholar taught incoherent legal methodology in modifying the Mudarabah classical doctrine to suit modern banking practices. This Malaysian scholar thought Sharia scholars in Malaysia are tend to be more liberal than Hanafi scholars as they justify certain action of Islamic bank based on an unregulated definition of maslahah. So here are some problem solving that can be applied in handling those issues. First is comprehensive screening and monitoring process are needed. With comprehensive screening, encourage the use of the screening process to eliminate the adverse selection problems. Comprehensive screening system should be implemented before the contract is signed. Besides that, additional monitoring and supervision are important in reducing information asymmetry exposed. There are some advantages that Islamic bank can receive in providing additional monitoring process. First is better monitoring and closer supervision may overcome agency problems. Second, stronger supervision provide more information on the condition of the market and the environment for further research. Third, more diligent supervision can provide further insight into the industry or the region where the resources are invested. Islamic banks can gather more information on the operation of the firm through a monitoring process. As a capital provider, Rabumal should evaluate and monitor the entrepreneur or Mudarib vision, objective, market strategy, financial strategy, and production process throughout the execution of the contract. Second problem solving is improvement are needed in profit and loss sharing financing to mitigate the risk and others problems. Improvement is essential to enhancing the productivity of Islamic financial industry. Therefore, some areas call for immediate improvement. One of the main challenges facing by Islamic bank is their inability to compete with their conventional counterpart due to size and capital limitation. Those improvements are Islamic financial industry need to expand in size and increase their capital holdings in order to able to compete with conventional banks. Next, Islamic finance industry should improve their risk management practices by monitoring the Mudarib activities and holding him liable to a percentage in event of losses. This due to in Mudarabah financing, the provider of the capital bear most of the losses. This increase the moral hazard of the Mudarib, who may be encouraged to take on additional risk to maximize earnings. Other than that, Islamic finance industry need to expand the range of their financial products and to be more innovative in order to meet the rapid development in the financial market. Also, to suit customers that refrain from using conventional bank products for religious reasons. Based on World Bank report in 2015, only 14% of the world's 1.7 billion Muslims use Islamic bank services. This has been attributed to the lack of diversification and concentration on selected economic sectors and also the lack of competitiveness of Islamic finance. Therefore, it is recommended that Islamic finance industry should diversify their asset side composition by giving more attention to profit and loss sharing instrument. Next idea for problem solving in this issue is implement incentive compatible contract. The main purpose of contract are designed is to ensure mutual benefit for both contracting parties between Mudarib and Rabumal. Based on incentive contract, the principal will pay the agent for carrying out risky decision making, and the principal will receive a return profit for investing in that venture. The implementation of incentive compatible contract is to allow a more efficient information disclosure between the contracting parties. For example, incentive payment through bonus share encourage the agent to perform well. Through incentive, contract become a tool to safeguard the terms of contract agreed by both parties. The true color of Mudarib, the objective of the Islamic banks, and the performance of the venture must be transparent to the contracting parties to ensure efficient management. Four types of incentive can be implemented is a high stake in net worth or pay collateral. When an entrepreneur has a higher stake in his net worth, he will be less likely to jeopardize the business. Islamic banks can also require the entrepreneur to maintain certain holding of certain assets relative to the business size and keeping its net worth high. Next, the Islamic banks may instruct entrepreneurs to get involved in projects with lower operating risk to reduce the possibility of failure. This is from previous literature. High operating risk firm will lead to higher leverage, especially with the existence of agency problem in the firm of operation. Furthermore, Islamic bank may require the entrepreneur to engage in project with low unobserved cash flow. This decision can minimize the asymmetric information. Business with low cash flow will ensure the entrepreneur transparency in declaring profit. Lastly, Islamic banks may encourage entrepreneurs to be involved in projects with low non-controllable costs. This is to ensure that the project can generate better profit without any unpredictable costs beyond the entrepreneur control. As for conclusion, today Islamic banking performance developed well through some modernization. The improve of the existing mudarabah condition in the modern mudarabah contract and musyarakah contract is acceptable, provided that does not contradict with the provision in the Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. This development is driven by the need to fulfill the requirement of the modern business community and the fast-growing Islamic financial institution. So that's all from me. Thank you.